Every day, we throw food away without giving too much thought to how much time, energy and resources are consumed to produce a meal. We need 20,000 litres of water and 10,000 kilograms of cattle feed to make 1 kilogram of beef. A simple cheese sandwich requires the use of 90 litres of water. The 446 million people living in the European Union waste 88 million tonnes of food per year. Assuming that a single meal weighs half a kilogram, this is 176 billion plates of food. That's enough to feed all the citizens of Malta, the smallest EU country, for the next 200 years. In the European Union, most food goes to waste in the Netherlands, 541 kilograms per capita annually, and the least food waste is generated in Slovenia, 72 kilograms. In the European Union, consumers generate 53% of all food waste, followed by 19% generated by processors, 12% caused by restaurants, 11% caused by food manufacturers, 5% driven by retail networks. Food waste impacts the environment because it leads to a waste of natural resources. Just imagine that every year people in the European Union waste 377,000 tomatoes. It represents a misuse of 90 square kilometres of cropland, 3 times the area of Brussels, along with 57 billion litres of water and 7 million hours of work. Also, by getting rid of that waste, we released 312,000 tonnes of harmful gas, which is as much as 55,000 cars make in a year. By throwing away food, we also waste all the materials used to make that food, which adds to global warming. Food waste generates 8% of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere as a result of human activity. Each kilogram of manufactured food represents 4.5 kilograms of harmful gases that poison our air. The cost of food waste in the EU is estimated at about 143 billion euros per annum. This is more than a year and a half worth of the budget of Poland, one of the EU member states. As mentioned before, people in the European Union waste 88 million tonnes of food per year. If we loaded it all on trucks, it would fill 6 million vehicles, and lined up, they would wrap around the world twice. Worldwide suffer from malnutrition, while we waste 1.6 billion tonnes of food globally every year. If we managed to save this food, we could feed 2 billion people. That's all of the people in the EU for 4 years. It is estimated that before 2050, the number of people on Earth will increase to as many as 10 billion, and the demand for food will increase by 60%. For this reason, sustainable use of natural resources is one of the most desired mechanisms in food manufacturing, especially in meat production. It's estimated that about 90% of the grain grown around the world is used to manufacture animal feed. This amount of food is easily sufficient for over 17 billion people. Production of a single kilogram of meat requires 20,000 litres of water. For comparison, production of grain, for example, a kilogram of wheat, requires only 210 litres. That's nearly 100 times less. Reaching for plant-based products as alternatives to meat is the most significant small change that we can achieve as consumers in our joint effort to save our planet's natural resources. The best way to deal with food waste is to begin with ourselves. Before shopping, plan your meals. This way, you'll only buy the products you need. Think about how much food you need. This way, you can avoid making unnecessary purchases and decrease the probability that the food you buy ends up in the bin. Make shopping lists. Don't go shopping when you're hungry, because you'll buy more stuff than you need. Don't fall for marketing promotions and sales tricks. Just buy what you need. Read food labels. Make sure you know the use-by date. Buy single bananas and crooked carrots. After shopping, store your food according to instructions on the packaging. Follow the first bought, first used rule. Pasteurize, dry, pickle and freeze food to make it last longer. Share your food. Prepare reasonable portions. Whatever food you have left can be a tasty additive to another dish. Follow the zero waste rule. Don't produce leftovers. We have a few examples to share with you. Use stale bread to make toasted breadcrumbs for soup. Use leftover boiled pasta and veggies to make a casserole. Use potato peelings to make chips. Use leftover vegetables to make a stew, and leftover fruit to make jello. Are you ready to take the challenge and limit food waste? Join those who are already changing the world that surrounds them. This way, you can stop throwing food away. You will decrease greenhouse gas emissions. You will limit the use of fresh water, fuel, and energy. You will produce less waste. You will save money. You will discover new ways to use products.